If your database is small enough, it's not that difficult to go ahead and do cross-referencing. In other words, I want to look up the year 2008 to get my part number for, let's say, model number 100, and it's going to be that right there. Now you can imagine if you have a huge database that could be a problem. So we've got the horizontal and vertical lookup functions. As you recall in the previous training video, the vertical lookup function looks up the value here in the leftmost column. But since I'm not looking up the model, I'm looking up the year, I want to look in the topmost row. So there's the horizontal lookup. And I want to be able to get the result, the part number, next to the label here. So I'm going to insert the function next to the part number. And I'm going to hit equals so I can begin typing in HL to get the HLOOKUP. And you can see in the pop-up it says it's going to look for a value in the top row of the table and return the value in the same column from a row that I specify. So it's looking up 2008 in this column, and then I'll specify the row maybe for model number 400. So let's go ahead with it selected, hit the tab key to pop open the function, and then what's the lookup value? It's going to be that cell right there, or you can type in 2008, doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and select the cell, hit comma so we can go to the next argument, and then it says, okay, where's the table? Well, it begins with cell A4, colon, and it goes through the last cell, which is J15. There you go, comma. And then what's the row index number? Now it's not saying the row label, which if I'm looking at, model number 150, that's the label. The index number, starting from the top row, begins with 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be row 3. Type in 3, hit enter, and there you go. So row 3 for 2008 is 525177. Cool. Can go ahead and update the year 2009, hit enter, and there you go. It's still for the same row unless I come down here and update the row, double click and say, okay, it's not row 3, it's now row 2, hit enter, in which case that's the second row here of the database for model number 100 for the year 2009. Now the problem that you'll run into if you're not aware of this is that the horizontal lookup is doing a greater than or equal to comparison with the value that it's looking up. In other words, if I don't have 2007, let me go ahead and right click on the column header and delete that column. If I type in the year 2007 and I hit enter, why is it giving me a part number? It shouldn't. Well, because it's doing an approximate. So when it looks up 2007, well, it's greater than 2006 but less than 2008, so it goes back to 2006 and it says, okay, this is the column that we want because it's an approximate. And you can see the part number for row 1, there you go, 404515, and it's right there. So what you need to do if you want to fix that so you don't hand out a part that nobody can use, then go ahead and double click in the cell to bring up the HLOOKUP syntax. And we've got 1, 2, 3 that we worked on. The last one here is towards the end, so let's go ahead and click before the parentheses, hit comma so we can bring up the approximate match or the exact match. Now by default, it doesn't say true here, it just assumes that if you don't choose false that it's going to be an approximate. So let's go ahead and do an exact match and double click on false, hit enter, and there we go. If it's not there, we get not applicable, not available, and we don't hand out a part number that nobody can use. Now you can also look up by text, like if I type in the color red, and I need it defined red in here, so let me type up red up here, and there you go. And as far as the function goes for an exact match, it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, because red is red, it's already exact as it is, right? So you can double click and get rid of the false here, argument, hit enter, and it still pulls up the same number there in the first row. Now this is looking up for the model 100, so you can type in 100 and go down to 150 and 200 if you want to make it maybe easier on yourself instead of having to double click every time to update the row. Let me hit the escape key. You can go ahead and type in the year here and have the models down below in case if somebody comes in and says, hey, I've got the year but any one of these models will work or be compatible. So let me come up here and change this back to 2005. And we want to look at 2005, and there it is for the model number 100. So what I need to do is I want to go ahead and copy and paste the function down below. I mean, you can go ahead and retype in the function, but for me, if I have a lot of models here, it's easier for me to copy and paste. But you got to keep in mind that when you copy and paste the function down, that it's going to go ahead and, with the relative reference, move the value from E17 to the next row down because we're copying one row down. And also the table is going to move down one row. Then when I come down here, that's two rows, so it's going to move the lookup down 2 rows, so it's not looking in this cell, it's looking on that cell. Let me show you. Hover over the lower right hand corner until you can see a black cross, then click and drag down, and there's the errors that we're getting. And you can see when you double click on one of them that you can see that the table shifted down 2 rows because we copied it down 2 rows, and also the lookup value is down to the part number that it's looking up for the model number 100. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me hit the escape key, go back to the original function here, double click, and say, okay, look, when I copy it down, don't change the cell here for the lookup value. It's always going to be cell E17. So click in front of E17, hit the F4 key on the keyboard to add the dollar signs for the absolute values to say stay doggy, stay, don't move when I copy you and paste you down below. And then also for the table, the beginning cell is A4, hit the F4 key to add dollar signs. Then the last cell in the table is I15, hit F4 to add dollar signs, hit enter. Go ahead and select the cell, click and drag the black cross down, and there we go. The only thing that we need to do now to make it accurate is that, okay, row 150, or the model number 150 is row what? 1, 2, 3. So we double click, update that to 3, and then this one's going to be 4, double click, update that to 4. So when somebody comes in and says, okay, I need a part for the year 2002, and hit enter, automatically gives me all the part numbers for the different models here. And if it's something that's compatible, like let's say for models 1, 150, and 200, then I suppose you wouldn't have to have, the different model numbers, but in any case, it's your database. You can go ahead and say, yeah, we can get you that one. That one costs a lot less, but that one's compatible, and it's even less than the part number for model 150. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.